Namaskar, aspirants, and welcome. Something big is happening in Bengaluru. You see, it's not just India's Silicon Valley anymore. It's transforming, and fast, into the country's AI capital. Now, for your GS Paper 3 prep, you have to understand the why behind this. So today, we're going to break down all the forces that are turning this incredible city into a global powerhouse for artificial intelligence.
And it really all starts with this number right here, 7 out of 10. Think about that for a second. This isn't just a random statistic, it's the headline of our entire story today. It represents a massive, and I mean massive, vote of confidence from the world's most advanced AI companies. What it tells you is that when the absolute giants of AI look to set up shop in India, the huge majority of them are picking just one city.
So that brings us to the absolute core question for our analysis, and probably for your mains answers too. Why Bengaluru, right? What are the specific factors creating this incredible gravitational pull for global AI? Let's really dig in and unpack the strategy that's making this happen. So to get to the bottom of this, we're looking at some really fresh insights shared recently by Karnataka's IT Minister, Sri Priyant Karjay. The things he said, well, they were during a roadshow for the Bangalore Tech Summit, and they give us some very credible, very current data points for our analysis today. So here are the facts behind that number. 7 of the top 10 global AI companies now call Bengaluru their home in India. And listen, we're not just talking about any companies. We're talking about real pioneers. Firms like Anthropic and Mistral AI, these are the leaders building the foundational AI models that are going to power pretty much everything in the future. This really cements Bengaluru's position, not just as an IT hub, but as the command center for India's entire AI ambition. So, what is the secret sauce? What's the main driver? Well, it's not just about good policy. The minister made a really powerful statement. He said that Bangalore has the 3rd highest talent penetration in the world for AI. Now that is a huge claim. And for your mains answers, it points directly to one of the most critical topics, human resources. And let's connect this straight to your syllabus. This falls perfectly under GS Paper 3's human resource development. The key factor here is that dense concentration of a skilled AI workforce. And here's where the government steps in. This is a perfect example for you to use, the Nipuna Karnataka initiative. You see, this isn't just some generic skilling program. No, it's a really proactive scheme where the government partners directly with these top-tier companies to co-create the curriculum. What that does is it ensures that graduates are 100% employable globally from day one. Of course, as any good civil services aspirant knows, there are always 2 sides to a story. This growth is absolutely phenomenal, there's no doubt. But we have to critically evaluate what it all means. Is this kind of rapid, concentrated growth actually sustainable? What are the challenges that come along with it? And, what's really fascinating here is that the government itself is acknowledging these risks. The minister's own words, they show a really mature policy approach. He frames AI integration not as some blind leap of faith, but as a calculated risk. And he emphasizes the need to tread cautiously. This shows a deep understanding that for growth to be sustainable, you absolutely need foresight. So this sets up a classic opportunity versus challenge framework, which, by the way, is perfect for structuring a mains answer. On one side of the scale, you have this enormous opportunity. We're talking global investment, innovation, economic growth. But on the other side, you have a very significant challenge, sustainable infrastructure. You see, these AI data centers, they require massive amounts of power and water. This creates a core policy problem. How do you balance this explosive growth with your environmental responsibilities? And to make that point even more concrete, the minister was very direct. He noted that the older data centers are absolute water guzzlers. This comment really shines a light on the government's strategic focus, which is to shift towards greener technologies like liquid cooling. Remember this specific example. It adds a lot of weight to any argument you want to make about sustainable development. Okay, let's switch gears a bit from infrastructure to governance. The minister made a very, very provocative statement. He said, "I think e-governance is dead." Now, hold on. This isn't him just dismissing everything that's been done in the past. It's actually a signal for a major paradigm shift. So what on earth does he mean by this? What he's signaling is a necessary evolution. We need to move beyond simple e-governance, which, let's be honest, is mostly about digitizing existing processes, to something he calls intelligent governance. Now, that is a keyword you need to remember. It means using AI not just to be more efficient, but to create proactive, data-driven services that can actually anticipate what citizens need before they even ask. So the big question is, how do you actually do this? Well, the minister laid out a very clear three-step roadmap. Step 1, stabilize the datasets. Because look, clean, usable data is the foundation for any AI system. Step 2, identify key verticals for innovation. Target specific sectors like healthcare or education where AI can have the biggest impact. And finally, step 3, create a framework that can finally break down those frustrating departmental silos that prevent integrated services. It's a practical blueprint for embedding AI right into the heart of government. All right, let's boil this all down. What are the key takeaways for your exam? First, get these keywords down: AI hub, talent penetration, sustainable infrastructure, and that crucial shift to intelligent governance, plus Nipuna Karnataka. Second, your analytical angle has to be balanced. Any question will likely ask you to weigh the economic opportunities against the very real infrastructure and governance challenges. And finally, if you need a strong policy example, remember that practical three-step framework for putting AI into governance. This structure will really help you build a comprehensive, high-scoring answer. So, to wrap up, here's a potential mains question for you to practice with. Critically analyze the opportunities and challenges associated with India's ambition to become a global AI hub, using Bengaluru as a case study. Suggest policy measures for sustainable and inclusive growth. Try using the framework and the examples from our explainer today to structure your answer. We really hope this analysis has been helpful for you. All the very best.